I don't know. We are live.
Yeah, but I don't want to listen to you play your guitar.
You don't know. You haven't heard me.
I have not heard you, so
What's your least favorite type of guitar playing?
um,
Death
Ed.
metal.
I'm all over that.
Hey guys, Ben, Big Ben, BG592 on the forums. We are here tonight for our second Build Nights. Yay! All right, so this is gonna be the second one. What we're trying to shoot for right now is one a month. I apologize for not being able to make it last week. That was totally my fault. Um, one of my best friends was getting married, and they literally changed the date of the wedding and asked me to be the best man. So had to stand up for the wedding. So yeah, so we are here for the second night. Uh, Not really too many people here. Everyone seems to be out and about. Nice weather today. At least it is here in Illinois. We're actually in my garage, but I have the garage door open, so if you hear cars or whatever running by, I apologize. So this gentleman to my right, this is Tim. He is one of
Hey
my good
guys.
friends. I actually met him through Flight Test, guys. He lives up in Chicago, and I'll let you. Yes, Alex Houston. I know the kid that annoyed me. No, just kidding. And then great suggestion on the plane. Different kind of plane. So, um, take and here just in case my mic levels aren't that great. I'm gonna let him talk about himself real quick while I grab something. So.
Yeah, it's been really good getting to know Ben and getting to know Flight Test. It's a really great resource to learn about flying and learn about RC models, and it's been really cool. It's been a great way to enter the hobby, whereas before it had been really inaccessible for me because it was such a huge investment. And without knowing much of what I was doing, I didn't want to invest money and then destroy a plane right off the bat. But with foam, it's easy to repair. It's cheap to come by. It's been much more accessible, and I've been learning and crashing ever since I learned about it. So it's been really cool.
Emphasis on crashing.
Emphasis on crashing.
Crashing for the win.
Yeah.
Crashing for the win. And the mysterious voice in the background is.
I don't know who that guy is. He's crazy.
It's that other guy.
It's that other guy, Eddie Black. Thanks, guys, for being here. Glad to see that we all were able to join in. I know if anybody is a Flight Test fan and they're in Kentucky right now, they're probably watching Thunder over Louisville and not watching us. We're at the tail end of the air show now, and then the world's largest fireworks show will proceed after that.
Right. I'll have to make it down there sometime next year then. It sounds like it'd be pretty awesome.
It's only, I think there's roughly 1 million people down on the river right now.
Excuse me, Eddie. Do you see who just popped in?
Uh-oh.
Asbjorn. Asbjorn is the Mad Viking, as we like to call him.
That's right.
You've heard. I know you've heard.
Tell of Mad Boy.
Yes. Bixler and everybody else has talked about him. So yeah, Asbjorn is a kick-ass gentleman. Excuse my language. We're not PG-13 here like the rest of the Flight Test Community cast. So if I curse, I apologize. Asbjorn is a really awesome guy. I mean, so knowledgeable. I mean, you come to just about anything, and with a question on some technical stuff, or like when I was building my very first quadcopter, trying to figure out the draw amps and how big it you see. I mean, threw so much information at me. So, Asborn, you the man, dude. You know that. So, all right. So tonight, based on the winner and Alex Houston, he was the original suggester. We are building the MF35 Mesa RC Thunder. MF35 Thunder by Mesa RC. Great bunch of kids out there. I've watched. And as Bjorn says, he bows. He bows. Thank you. Thank you. Great bunch of kids out there where totally coming up with stuff on their own. I mean, have you actually checked out their website?
No, I haven't actually seen it.
It's really cool. It's a middle school program run by a gentleman. I'm not going to reveal his name because it's actually part of our contest tonight. that helps these kids design. It's a STEM program. So basically, science, technology, engineering, mechanics. Trying to bring those core things back to the schools. And these kids come up with some crazy designs. I mean, there's one that looks like the Batwing from Arkham Knight.
Oh man.
It's pretty cool. Their newest one is the MF Eclipse. MF being Mesa Fighters. It's Eclipse. It's instead of being a delta wing, it's a totally rounded out wing. The geometry on it is just. No, you should not say his name, Alex. It's part of our contest. Don't cheat.
Alex, if you cheat, I will find you.
But it's a great program. What the teacher does out there is absolutely amazing. To get some middle schools, 12 and 13?
Sounds about right.
13,
yeah.
14, somewhere around there.
6th, 7th grade.
Yeah. To be able to get these kids doing it, it's absolutely awesome. It's exactly what Bixler said. He's bringing the community out there to younger people and crap. What am I going for here, Eddie? You know what I'm trying to get at.
Learn, teach, and have fun.
Exactly. Learn, teach, and have fun. Thank you. Kind of like, not to pat myself on the back, but what I've always told you. You know what I mean?
Learn, teach, and have fun.
Well, not exactly in those words, but to take this hobby and give it to the next person.
Right.
The guys out at their flight test, Josh Bixler and the rest of the gang have put such an amazing program out there, and then you get to the community side of it, and it's such a huge, huge deal. And that's being able to learn so many things from guys like. I mean, you can literally post a question in the forum, and you will have an answer within an hour. Exactly, Beezer Fish, pay it forward. I'm a firm believer in that. How many times have I told you that?
Absolutely.
I can't. In fact, we were talking. Tim came down to my house today. We were flying a little bit earlier and building and stuff, and I told him, I says, man, I'd love to give you some more stuff. I just can't give you any more servos. I'm actually running out because I've given him so many in different planes over the last, we've known each other about a year now?
Almost a year.
Yeah, it's about a year. So I'm also going to promote the FT groups. I know it's not taking off as huge as I thought it would. But it's still a great resource. There's a guy out there, I don't know if he's watching tonight, Jim Elliott. He's up north at Chicago. It's actually Palatine.
Oh, okay.
So he's actually asked me to come. Eddie, I am famous. You know how I'm? Yes, I am. I thought it was funny. He actually asked me to come up to Palatine next week or the week after, and they've got a build night with a bunch of fathers and sons doing sparrows, and he said, and I quote, we'd like some expert help.
Oh, I need to call this guy.
Anyway, but the FT groups is another way to connect with people and to help out and everything else, and so I'm really looking forward to it. So anything you want to throw in here?
No, I mean, I think we're going to have a good time. We're going to do some building, and hopefully we all learn a little bit, and then we can teach others, and we can all get up in the air.
Yep, exactly. Cool. So, all right. So without further ado, the MF-35. And allow me to say, I did state that the MF stood for Mother Trucker a few times building this thing. I built one just to see how it all fit together. And holy crap, Eddie, have you actually built one of these? Like any of the Mesa Fighters?
No, because you saw what I've been working on.
Yeah. Eddie's got himself a new Corsair.
I'll show it off later.
Yeah. Being an expert ain't fun all the time. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, as Bjorn would know, because I know that at Flight Fest last year, every time he took a step, 3 people asked him a question.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we got to hide them this year. That's my goal. So yeah, and Eddie, I haven't even shown you this. So this is Tim for size comparison. That's a freaking MF-35.
And it's behind me.
Why didn't I build this plane? Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, It is, well, hold on, I can tell you exactly how long it is. Benefit of being in my garage is I have all this crap lying around I can use. It is, let's go for right at 36 inches long and a 29-inch wingspan. I mean, I thought it was going to be more like a, you know, a mini 22 size, and as you can see, it just don't even compare.
That's a beautiful plane, though.
It is. I was showing Tim when he got here. Let me find it. I was showing Tim. There's parts of this plane that I really like, and then there's parts of it I really don't. And I know that's with any plane that we tend to scratch build out there in the world. Oh yeah, you know what? Let me divulge for 1 second. Beezerfish, amen, brother. He put up there, I have a new appreciation for Spawns' plans after this build. Brother, you are not kidding. I gotta show you I actually talked with, see, I almost revealed it again, the gentleman in charge of this, and, I emailed him, and I don't know if he got the email, but I did suggest that he talk to Spawns about how he does his stuff, because the way Spawns lays everything out is so beautiful. I mean, there's a reason Flight Test went to him to start doing the plans, you know what I mean? So, yeah, a whole new appreciation for how Spawns. I guess I'm spoiled now. I guess that would be the right word.
Yeah.
I'm
We're
spoiled.
spoiled.
Oh, Alex, you cheated. You bought the Speed Deal kit. Yeah, failure on your part. All right. Be a real one. You got to scratch builder. Know the pain of all of us. All right. So, now I was telling Tim when he got here, showing him. There's some stuff about this plane I really, really enjoy. I really like the design of it. My apologies. And there's stuff that I guess I'm used to flight test planes. I've also built other designs out there in the RC community. The overall, it was great. I would give it like an A minus. That's kind of funny. She's in school. I just thought about that. But it's really cool. So I'll try to get this on the overhead. You want to switch me to the overhead, Eddie? It takes up. This thing's so damn massive. So their prop and slot is a really nice design. Having this flat area behind it, you're not getting a lot of turbulence from it. So you don't really have to worry about drag or anything. You can put in the stabilizer, your vertical stabilizers, whatever way you want is angle. I like them straight up and down. Excuse me, Tim. That more of that Delta style wing with the drawback on it. It's really cool. The belly is pretty easy to do. No real complaints. It's got what I call a V bottom. So you'll see. The actual fuselage stretches all the way back, and it's a V bottom with a flat bottom on here. It's nice for the interior. I didn't cut it out of wood. I just cut it out of foam just for templates. But they're proprietary, for lack of a better way to put it, designed for their motor mount. Now, I have found that a regular motor mount will work, a regular firewall, guys, so you can use an FT firewall still. So for me, personally, although I appreciate the design, as you can see, mine's off kilter because I was throwing it together in a hurry just to try it. Everything from about this point back, I love. It's a great design. It's very simple. It's a two-fold brake style wing. It goes together very, very easy. The front, the nose, I do like how she folded this, and I'll show you guys when we build it. This top part of the nose is cool. The rest of it, though, I don't care for. you know, my opinion alone, and that and $2.53 will get you a cup of coffee down at Starbucks. Well, actually, Dunkin' Donuts. But you know, it's just, especially like they were said in the video, you know, oh my gosh, some seventh graders can get this nose together. Why do you guys have problems? Well, I understand, but it's to me is overly complicated, my opinion. But the rest of the plane is phenomenal, and even without you're gonna ask um, uh, Tim. I almost said Eddie. You're gonna ask
I'm
Tim.
invisible.
Yeah, you're invisible. This thing glides.
It does.
With no motor, no electronics, no weight in the front end. I mean, standing in my garage, I was able to chuck it probably 15, 20 feet, and
Yeah.
it flew.
And it flew straight too. That was the beauty of it. Like I figured it would veer off or nosedive, and it didn't. It just flew and hovered and just kept going.
Yep. In fact, Addie, my 9-year-old's already asking if she can have it as a chuck glider. So
Nice.
yeah,
It does look like you need to work on how to get it to flare a little bit on the nose.
yeah, it's difficult. I'm gonna try to do something just a little bit different tonight. You know, I'm not gonna follow the plans to a T exactly, um, but yeah, it's overall it's really good. I mean, you know, and it's one of those, like anything in the RC community, we all know we love to modify other people's designs. You know, somebody will get this design and modify it 3 different ways, and then somebody will take that modified design and modify it for their own. You know what I mean? Um, it's just like the music industry. There's very few music or movie, TV. There's no such thing as an original idea anymore.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
So, but all right. So without further ado, we will get started. So the contest. Want me to place these here for viewer consumption? Doo-doo. All right. So, and actually, I'm gonna grab one of his cards. So what you are seeing,
And some spare foam.
and some spare foam. Well, foam I got. I got a piece of foam over here.
Okay, cool.
So I'm gonna place that right there. Yes, a bit of product placement, but he was gracious enough. Michael Anthony down there at RC Parts Hangar in Florida. He is the guy that did the custom side skirts for my tricopter Versacopter, for the orange ones for Fred's Versacopter, if you've seen that. He also just created a FT Mini Aero Power Pod, which is a really unique design. It looks really, really cool. He's got a bunch of different stuff, and he works with you if you need a custom project done. I just had him. I designed for those of you that have a head play goggles, either version 1 or version 2. There's actually a GoPro mount in the back that I didn't even realize until I started paying attention. And he actually worked with me, and we designed a battery bracket for it, so I can fit any size battery. I'm not limited to just what the Velcro is. So it's an actual bracket that'll allow it to mount any size battery and put a voltage alarm right on the back of it, and cable tie all your wires in, so that way it's all neat one piece. He's going to start selling that in the store, so look for that in the future. What these are, though, is foam cutters. He came up with the original one, which was this, a bevel cutter, and it was so popular he went back and actually designed for the 4 basic things we do with flight test style planes. So you have the bevel cutter, which he didn't put the name on it, which I think is funny. It's the only one he didn't. And it's the most popular one. You have a full cut, a channel cut, so if you're going to cut out those channels for your A and B folds, and a score cut for a 50% score cut. And I just happen to have a piece of foam here I was showing Eddie before the broadcast. So these are really cool. We need to have him change the spacing between the blades right here. I'll try to get a good camera angle. There we go. The spacing between the 2 blades here is about 1/32 or 1 millimeter too thin, so it makes the channel cut just a little bit. But he's already fixed that, so just kind of showing you here. Let me flip this over. So you put it like this, and just that easy, guys. I mean, it's a perfect score cut, or excuse me, channel cut. Just like that. So you can see here, I mean, it comes out very nice.
So there's the channel where you flip the right angle out of, right?
Yeah, we actually pull the piece out of.
Mm-hmm.
So you got your channel cut. The full cut, he designed a guard in it. I understand why he did, but I don't care for it. So it's designed though to get a full piece of foam in there. And cuts it off. The razor blade sunk in there. That one it's an okay design. I think that if you just use your razor blades, and these all take standard razor blades too. I mean, same thing that I have in this. You know, standard razor blade. They just fit in there perfect. They screw in so that we don't have to worry about them popping on your finger. This one's really cool. I like it actually, is the score cut. So you get a 50% score cut right down the middle. I know it's kind of hard to see in the, but as you can see. And then Tim's favorite,
Yay!
which he's already pestering me about getting a set,
Please.
is a bevel cut, and by far his most popular thing. And it makes a perfect bevel cut every time.
And you know that'll help out on all those people doing those bevel cuts on their opposite hand.
Yeah. I'm right-handed, so I mean, you know, you could do it left, but it takes some getting used to. You know, personally, I think that you could have done it like this, but I'm right. So here, I'm going to be giving away a set of these. He was gracious enough to donate them. And again, that's rcpartshanger.com. Yeah, I think that's a great idea. I'm trying to get it to him, Asbjorn. I'm really trying to get it to him. I think that this is a great starter tool. I don't think you should rely on this solely. You know, but get started with this. If you're moving from a sand block to something like this, it would be great. So anyway, rcpartshanger.com. I believe they are $16, and I think he gives a free shipping for anything over $15. So $16 shipped. But I'm giving away a free set tonight. Just have to stay tuned. Sometime during the broadcast, I'll tell you what you have to do in order to win. Why? Because I'm devious, and I don't care because I like to be devious. Yeah, boo-ha-ha-ha.
Love it.
You're having way too much fun.
Yes.
So where do you get started with this thing?
So I'm going to follow along kind of close to what they did. So,
Okay.
By the way, Tim is playing the lovely role of Vanna White tonight.
Oh, you should have told me. I could have had music for this.
Oh, well, sorry. Let's go. All right, Alex. You've never obviously didn't watch the other one because I tend to talk. Sorry. All right.
Yeah, you have to give Ben like 25 minutes to just talk it out, and then we can start the build until he gets distracted, and then he talks again.
Yeah, but I'll move faster. Eddie, just yell at me. You got to do that. I told you.
I mean, what?
Yeah. All right. So that piece there, that's a wing. Don't need that yet, but let me have that over here. All right. So let me have that and that and that one. And there's another one that looks just like this.
There you are.
Thank you, sir. So the first thing, and I'm going to run out of room. I really am on my bench. So I'm I will try to accommodate as best as possible. But like I said last night, it's a big freaking plane. So the first thing you got to do, these 4 pieces here are your base plate. I did it again. I don't know why I did that. I did it last night. I did it again this morning when I cut these out.
You mean identical ones?
Yeah, identical except for I forgot one. I forgot.
Asbjorn, you're always welcome, buddy.
Absolutely. He's yelling at me, Asbjorn, to let's go. You know, Generation Millennium. All right. Yeah, forget that piece. Okay. So these are your base plate. So what we need to do first, and again, I apologize, but it's a big freaking plane. I only have so much room on my workbench with computers and microphones, cameras, everything else. So you got to line this up. Thank you. Line it up and then tape it up. If you have the speed build kit because you're a cheater like Alex Houston, then it's a lot easier for you. Okay, so it should look like that. All right, so we're going to tape it up first. It's the same principle technique like what we use on flight tests for many of those planes. The Versa, the trying to think. I think the Aero. We've got one section where we do this. So.
Now, do you tape it and then you glue in between?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, you glue the joint. So we'll actually tape it down like this. And Eddie, if I start to get off camera, let me know, okay? So.
I got you, buddy.
Tape it down.
Hey, Mike.
Hey.
Mike, you want to join us for some commentary for a few minutes?
So we'll tape that joint. Set that off to the side for a second. We'll tape our other one real quick. And, you know, like Bixler said all them years ago, doing the other style or doing the other planes that have the same style where you're taping 2 joints and then gluing it. Okay, it's a lot easier if you put it on one side and then line it up and then take and actually lay down the tape. It keeps your joint that much more smooth and flush.
That makes a lot of sense. I wouldn't have done that.
Yeah, and that's what a lot of people do. They tend to put them together and they try
to tape it together.
And you almost always end up messing it up. And I mean, if you mess it up a little, that's the nice thing about what we do is.
Hey, Ben.
Yes.
Let me interject for a second because Wendy just brought something to my attention that I did not realize a historical event is happening as we speak.
Okay.
The FAA for Thunder over Louisville, this is the first official air show that the FAA has allowed a drone to be flown over crowds for camera pictures and things like that.
Wow, that is something.
I saw a little bit on this earlier. They actually did make them label out and officially license the drone like a regular aircraft, so they actually have tail numbers and everything.
So like a section, not even a section 333.
Right. This is full-blown FAA. They had to go through specific training and everything for it.
Wow.
Where do you get training for that?
The FAA evidently supplied it. They said it took several months to get all the training that they had to go through so they could do this safely.
They played a lot of Halo before they did.
Yeah.
Right.
So, as you can see, same exact principle as what flight test uses. Squeegee out your glue. Put your glue down in your glue joint. Squeegee out the excess. Okay. Yeah. And it's going to be the exact same thing. And see, that's the other thing. You know, you do have to give it at least a few seconds to dry. I'm trying to, because I don't want an angry. Alex Houston, are you a teenager or? I don't know.
You want me to put this on?
Yeah, that works. I don't want a very angry young man yelling at me to keep going. So.
It's okay. We can yell back.
No, that's true. And well, actually, we can yell, and he can just type angrily.
Caps lock for the win.
So, glue down the joint.
Mike, you should have the invite, buddy.
That's down. I'm going to squeegee out the excess. So, and then they didn't call for it in the video, but something that Josh Bixler has done for a lot of stuff. Actually,
Tape the other side.
I like taping the other side. It just makes it for that much stronger. That glue is going to hold like nobody's business anyway. Unlike the mini arrow, your center section is, you know, glue joint like this. But I still like putting a piece of tape down because between the glue and the tape, literally, and I talked about it in the last podcast, I've got that arrow right over there. That thing didn't rip on the glue joint. It ripped on the side of it.
Interesting.
Yeah, so, oh, I almost got you there.
That was exciting.
Ooh. All right. Kick those back off.
Uh-oh, here's a Mikey.
Oh, man.
Howdy,
Hide the
guys.
women. Hide the women.
You better hide more than that.
Hi, Mike.
How you doing, guys?
Mike, Tim, Mike.
Nice to meet you, Mike.
Hello, Tim. How are you?
Doing quite well. And yourself?
Just got home from eating and trying to catch up with everything. I tell you, it's been a tough day, but getting it taken care of. So.
Did you get to fly today? I don't know about you, but it's
No.
really nice down here or up here.
Well, it would be nice if the wind wasn't blowing 30 miles an hour.
Oh, dude, it's been like what, maybe 10 miles an hour here?
Maybe 10, yeah.
Yeah, it's been beautiful. Most
He's
beautiful.
He's been rubbing it in like this all day, so
Yeah.
it's
Well,
just
I don't
awesome.
blame him.
How often do I get to say that it's a nice day near Chicago?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, and I do want to say hi to Asbjorn, too, because I saw him holler at me earlier, so I wanted to say hi to him.
You have first.
Yes, I'm just gonna put down. And actually, I didn't make the tape quite long enough, but we'll make it work. So
It's a great
same
thing about scratch building. It doesn't have to be long enough. Just
Yep,
add another piece.
yep. So my 9-year-old is creepily staring at me from the corner. Yeah, that really is creepy. So,
Well, I wonder where she learned to be creepy at.
shut it. So once you get the two quarters put together, then you're basically doing the same thing, and getting bit on the shaky side.
It's like FPV with the wobble.
Yeah, a little FPV
Getting
wobble.
some distortion.
And then you're just gonna glue down the center joint too. Same exact principle. Well, you don't want your finger burnt? No. Oh, okay. Sissy.
Sorry, I'm not a firefighter.
Firefighter paramedic, thank you.
Oh.
That's right, get it right.
Yeah. Just like Dr. Evil. Yeah, I didn't go to Evil Medical School for 6 years to be called Mr. Thank you. See, and that's another thing about scratch building. If you don't get it just right, fill in with glue.
Add
That's
glue
right.
till it looks good.
Yeah, add glue until either it's too heavy to fly or it looks good. So there we go. So there's your bottom plate. There's a few other little things we're going to add in. There is, they look like eye pieces, like literally like eyes right there. Yep, nope. Those. Those two, and then those little, yeah, the letter I.
And these?
Sponsored by the letter I. Ah, yes, and those.
Those are bracing of some sort?
They help establish the airfoil.
Ooh, for the spar.
Well, this, yeah, it's kind of like a spar.
Oh, okay.
It's not exactly like, it's not like a full-blown fold-over spar like what we're used to, or even a box spar, but it functions pretty much the same purpose. Yep, very much so, Mike. So
Yeah.
anyway, so let's just trim our tape real quick, and I apologize for my big fat hairy arm being in the way. I'm so behind.
Looks
Wait a
like
minute.
Alex is a little behind.
Wait, Eddie, wasn't this the kid that was just yelling at me to hurry up, let's go, I've got a speed build kit?
Well, it seems like
Sounds like he doesn't put the
Generation Z is failing miserably right now.
Did you hear Tim?
It
What'd he
sounds
say?
like he's not putting the speed in the speed build.
Yeah.
Where are you at, Alex? Well, I'll hold up. I'll tell another tale.
Definitely a tall tale.
Oh, yeah, because you know Ben's got plenty of those.
Well, I am 6'5" after all.
Yeah, I know that's right.
And although my eyes are blue, I've been told they're shit brown for a reason.
Yeah. Imagine that.
Hey, Mike,
Yeah.
it's ready to fly.
I saw the picture earlier.
Yeah, don't get them started on that, please. Tape in the two halves. Okay, well, you keep doing that. The only thing I'm going to do is glue this little spar. We'll fold it in half and glue it while we're waiting on you, Alex. You let me know when we're ready to move on, buddy. If nothing else, they can say
Ben.
Ben is here for the people.
That's true.
Hey,
I
Ben.
don't know which people, but he's there for them.
Mm-hmm.
Ben,
Yes, Eddie.
Oh, yeah.
you were doing something that I know I have been questioned about many, many times.
What's that, buddy?
When you take that spar and evenly break it in half,
Oh,
do you have a trick that you use to make sure it's always even?
yeah. First off, don't stick your finger on the hot glue.
Ouch.
Yeah, give me one. I've got one more. I'll move the base plate here and do it on camera.
Right, because I know that comes up a lot when people are like, "Well, I cut it and I thought it was straight, and then when I get done, it's not even close."
So, are you talking about cutting it, or are you talking about cracking it?
Cutting it to make sure it's even.
That literally is you just got to make sure you're lining up on the proper marks. Because for the most part, it's not really okay. Like this one. So you can see, well, you really can't because it's
Because it's white.
because it's white. Hold on a second. Okay. So I'm only coloring a section of it. But as you can see, right, this is the top one, the left, well, if you're standing like this, it'd be the left side. I colored it black. As you can see, it is not perfect. You got a little strip of white right here. And it's an overhang of about 1/16 of an inch. Is that going to kill you? Absolutely not. You want to try to get it as uniform as possible, but it's not going to kill you if it doesn't. The big place where it is, if you do not cut this, now, I will say this. So you got this one here, right? And I know it's really hard to see, guys, because it's white, but I've got the score cut straight down the middle. Oh, you know what? Allow me to use a new tool I just found. So I've got this score cut right down the middle, right? Find it now at rcpartshanger.com. As long as you've got that clean, when you crack this, and like this one, you have to be really careful because it's really thin in this area. Okay, just a little at a time is all it takes. Right? You get it cracked. Okay, so it's cracked. Now, when we go to fold it, you want this bottom area to be as close as possible? Yeah, this one's cut a lot better, so it's pretty flush. The biggest thing is right here where your score cut was. And I say that because if I were to take, we'll have a piece here. And if I were to go a little off kilter, right? Okay. When I crack that in half, any deficiencies you have, okay, here, let me color the sides of this so that way you can see what I'm getting at. Okay. And you can see that how I cut that. It's kind of got that wave to it. You see what I mean, Eddie?
Yes.
Okay. So if you have that wave, when you go to fold it in half, not only is your stuff here not going to be uniform, you can see the white from the backside. Same thing here. But if you can see it, you're actually offset now. I'll color the backside here so you can see. See how it's offset?
Mm.
So you're really screwing with your stuff. So the biggest thing is, whatever your mark is going to be, when you go to cut this, right? The biggest thing is use a straight edge. Use that ruler. Use the table. Use a book. You know, whatever you want to do, but make sure it's a straight edge, so that way, as long as I cut along, when I crack it, it'll be perfectly flush and perfectly smooth. Does that answer your question?
Yes.
All right.
And not only that, but I think you want to use the sharpest blade you have.
Yes. Anytime you're cutting foam, you know, I know Bixler said it a million times on the build videos or any video where they're cutting foam. You always want to have a sharp blade. If it starts to catch at any point, then switch it out because it's dull. It may seem sharp, like if you want to cut through paper, it's fine. But if you are trying to cut through foam, there's something about that polystyrene in there that just dulls a blade like nobody's business.
Yep.
So going back to when you were demonstrating how if you don't cut it with an even depth and then you fold it over, it gets that wave and gets off kilter. The reason why that's so important is because it'll make your wing fold over incorrectly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And more importantly, think about it like this, right? When we get to this point here in a second, well, actually, go ahead and hand me the base. It's ready for us to stick it in there, so you'll see what I'm getting at. So it goes in here, and I saw Alex said he's ready. Okay, so these two pieces, and this will kind of tie in and keep us moving on the build. Sorry, trying to get some of this glue off my fingers. Okay, and like everything with scratch build, especially when you're drawing your plans off of one that you've already cut, you're always going to be off some. So if you are, no big deal. Just got to do a little modification real quick. It's the nature of scratch building, right, Mike?
Yes, sir.
That's what makes it fun.
Mike doesn't scratch build.
Yeah.
At all.
If it don't fit, just cut a hole until it does.
Yep.
Hey,
if it doesn't fit, you must have quit.
I got a storage. I got a bloody wonder that I built.
I hear you may be building something at Flight Fest, huh?
Oh, I got to finish something up. Thank you, Dan Sponholds and Keegan.
So, little modification. If you've got the speed build kit, if you were fortunate enough to have it like young Mr. Houston, you should be pretty good on that. You forgot your tape. Oh, okay. So, get this fit in there. Or as, what was it, Happy Gilmore, get in the hole. It's your home. Why don't you want to go in your home?
Are you too good for your home, ball?
So here's the thing. So say you got that uneven wave as you come along here, right? You got whatever.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The biggest thing is when you go to take your other wing half, all right, and this is going to lay like this when we go to fold it. When you lay it down, if it's got a bunch of bumps, not only are you going to make your top of your wing here very uneven, but your connection point between that spar and this piece here is not going to be very strong because it's going to be a hit or miss as to where the glue is. Does that make sense?
That makes sense.
So by having a very smooth and flat surface here, right, that ensures that you're going to get good contact from this top of spar to here, where I'm pretty sure that's where it lies. Yeah, it's pretty close. But you're going to get good adhesion between the two pieces.
Yeah,
Okay.
so that way it's braced evenly instead of just in sections.
Yep, exactly.
And then your plane doesn't disintegrate if you do crash.
Yep. So.
Well, I wouldn't say that.
Okay, shouldn't disintegrate.
Well, it'll make it a little easy, better to keep it from disintegrating as bad as it would.
Exactly.
I know Mike and I were witness to a guy flying a Bloody Wonder at Flight Fest 2014 who hit another plane, and when he did, his wing just opened up because it wasn't glued properly.
Yeah, that's why. And the other thing too is allowing this stuff the proper time to dry. I mean, you can. It's never going to in the middle of a build going to completely 100% dry, but at least it'll get about halfway. If you don't allow it to get there, then you think it's good. You go to fly, and all of a sudden now you get that separation. You know what I mean? So. All right. So, you got the one spar glued in here. The other spar goes, before we throw glue down, what do we want to make sure of?
Make sure it fits.
Make sure it fits. That way you're not trying to do this with a bunch of glue all over the piece.
Measure twice, glue once.
Yeah. You know what? That ain't a bad saying.
That's really close.
That, sir, is better than close. It's done.
Good.
So.
Alex said he glued his back halves backwards.
Uh-oh. I'm sorry.
Back half backwards?
I'm sorry. Oh, I bet you 20. Hold on, let me finish gluing this, and then I bet you $20 I know what he did, because I almost did it myself last night. So let me get this stuck in there.
See, this is why speed build kits are bad. You try to get in a hurry.
No. Speed build kits are good. They help with whatever your organization you're trying to buy from.
Well, that's true. That's the great benefit of it.
Anyway, here, Van White, you want to hold that real quick? I'll use the other side. I bet you $20 this glue joint. Alex, and correct me if I'm wrong, but you probably flipped either this piece or this piece. But I'm guessing this one, you flipped it. And that's probably your problem. Take a really, really sharp number 11 blade, which, in case you don't know, is your standard blade. All right, X-Acto blade, and very thinly cut either through the glue joint or right next to it. And I'm talking right next to it within. Yeah, I was right. Ah, ha, ha. Not to make fun of you. Anyway, if you cut right next to it, I mean like 1 millimeter thick, you can actually get enough of that glue off that you can flip it over back the way you need it to be. Doink!
Okay, I'm done.
So, all right. The other thing is these little formers. They're going to help keep the back side of that airfoil up where it needs to be.
How do you? Oh, you just put it on the very tail end.
Yep, right on the very end.
Quite literally tail end.
Yep. So you just right there. And all you got to do is just line up this edge right here
Corner.
and just flush with the back. That's it. You get the other one here. Actually, you know what? You want to get it that side?
Okay. There's no orientation to these.
No orientation, nothing. Oh wow, this is why you don't let probies and rookies do your job for you.
Probies.
Hey, you got a member of fire service.
Oh, parolees.
Little parolees. Pitties and parolees.
Okay. I'm the pity. Right.
I ain't saying a word.
Hey. No comments from the peanut gallery.
Yeah.
There we go.
So what's new, Mr. Mike?
Nothing.
Yeah.
Although I did get some new Dow props this week.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You know what?
for my quad.
I can actually say that Tim here finally beat me on something. He's actually got a 250 size quad now, and I don't even have that yet.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's going to be the next thing. I'm kind of hoping that Multi RC is out there for Flight Fest again this year, and I can't con Mark Lehman to let me buy one of their used ones off of them. So, the only other thing is, and what the hell?
Doggy.
My dog's about to bark, so I apologize. Quiet. Forgive me.
Here, I'll handle this.
We're about to have a pissing contest, ladies and gentlemen. I got the next door neighbor's little chihuahua going up against my 70-pound chocolate lab. Bear with me, folks. I definitely apologize. Remy, lay down.
That sounds like a snack.
Yeah, it is. And this little thing, oh my God, she thinks she's just full of piss and vinegar. All right, we're going to keep going. So,
Has Alex caught up?
Alex, I believe, might be caught up. So, being that I have this snazzy new little bevel tool, I'm going to try it on one side. Quiet, Remy dog. I keep telling my next door neighbors, I'm like, you might want to take and do something about that. No, it's fine.
Okay, when my dog eats yours, don't complain.
Yep. So I got this snazzy, I don't know, Mike, did you see about what the giveaway is with these nice little foam cutters?
No, I didn't see what the giveaway was.
Oh, yeah, these snazzy little foam cutters. So this is the bevel one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to do it on one side. Okay, I'm trying to get this centered in the camera so you guys can all see how it works without killing myself. All right. So basically, you got to pick a point that you're wanting to cut, and it's about 3/16 to a quarter inch from the edge.
Does that thing have a guide on it or something?
Oh yeah, the whole thing is a guide, the whole handle.
Mm.
I'll show you here in 1 second. So, and we're going from the back corner here to this point right here, where it makes this, I don't even know what you call it, this leg comes up and then it starts to run back. So you're going to bevel cut to that point. Basically, we're using this as double bevel edge, no different than any other flight test plane. But look at this, Mike. It's actually, I don't really care for it because I'm old school.
Wow,
But,
look at how clean that is.
yeah, it comes right off one piece. And it does it well. I'm old school. I can't help it, And then, like, little certain areas you have to kind of come back and clean up still, though.
Yeah. When you're old, you can be old school.
So you bevel all the way through that brace?
Yep, all the way through the brace. So there you go, guys. That is the RC parts hanger.
Let's see the very end of that, Ben. The other side. Yeah. Okay.
You couldn't get it with that tool. It just wouldn't start because of this block here.
Right.
So I just use a hand method to go through it.
Sure.
So and we're gonna do the same thing to the other side. I'm just gonna use razor blade.
So that brace doesn't go all the way out to the end of that.
No, what it's
Okay.
designed.
No, not that one. I'm talking about on the plane itself.
Oh yeah, okay. I see. Yes, this goes all the way to the tip.
Oh, it does. Okay.
Yeah, goes all the way to the end, and then that way, as you're beveling it, you're gonna bevel through that piece too.
Yeah, you cut through
Okay.
I now I know what you're saying. I get what you're laying down.
Okay, now I have a question for you because I noticed on the side that you did cut, and this is for my education and hopefully Alex's as well.
Good, man.
I imagine that paper will start peeling off of that. Is that a big deal or no? On that little edge brace thing.
No, because you're gonna lay a bead of glue down to get the
Okay.
top half of the wing to seal down.
That's what I was asking.
Yep, that's fine. It's a great question. No, it's actually going to. Goddamn thing's flexing while I'm trying to cut it. You're gonna lay a bead of glue down over it, so that way when you fold over your top piece. Oops, let me see. I went a little too far.
Yeah, it'll help glue that paper back down anyway.
It'll keep it from delaminating. I know,
Yeah.
and I know it's exactly what you're getting at. So,
Yeah.
see? Another bevel cut here. What are we an hour into it? All right. What do you think, Eddie? Contest time? We're probably going to get about as many people as we're going to. Eddie?
Let's give it a few more minutes. We're actually down on a low point, so let's see if we get a couple more people in, and then I'll watch the number. As soon as we get a little more, I'll throw it out there and we'll hit it, because there's only a few in here right now. Oh, look, now we're starting to get more people. They heard prizes and got involved.
Good contest.
Yeah.
Right? Hey, Mike.
Yeah.
Can you throw something either up on the page or in the chat that we're going to be doing a contest in, and see if we can get some viewers?
Let me see if I can do that. Hold on just a minute.
All right. So, we keep trucking along because I don't want my producer/friend to be yelling at me because I'm a very sensitive gentleman.
Oh, yeah, so sensitive.
Very sensitive.
So, just like with other planes from flight tests, all right, you're going to be taping the two halves together. Okay. So, again, take in, and then I apologize, everyone. This is kind of hard to do this plane. It's a huge mother effer 35 Thunder plane. I think that's why they call it MF.
No.
So this point should meet up with this point right here, and kind of try to get this in camera here, and then this point meets up with this point right here when you go to tape it. You know, if people didn't know you were here, they'd think I was a four-handed freak.
Ben the octopus.
Ben the octopus. Well, but I don't have 8. I only have 4.
Ben the half octopus.
Ben the half octopus. I guess that works.
All right, let me go out here to our page.
All right. So you're going to glue those two halves together. So that way when you, oops, sorry, didn't mean to almost tag you there, Tim. So now you got these two halves. This is your double bevel, no different than the Versa Wing, the Aero, the Sportster, the Mini Sportster, the Mini Guinea. I mean, it's a flight test staple. Okay. Got your double bevel, and just like with flight test, we're going to work it over. Make sure you got it. Oh. And the one difference is, and I don't know why they did that, but it's their choice. Still works. So you got these lines right here. This one and this one. And it extends off camera, guys. I apologize. Like I said, this thing is massive. Instead of doing like a channel cut, or even just score it and then sit here and bend it, their preferred method over at Mesa is to actually crush it. So you actually take something, I just happen to have a Sharpie here. You just take it and crush it along that point that you cut, that 50% score cut. And I gotta say, it actually works out kind of well. It allows it to fold over exactly where it's needed to.
It's kind of like somewhere in between the score cut and a bevel, right?
Yeah, pretty much. It's just allowing it to get that fold right here. You guys on the camera can't see too well, but you get that fold over break which actually defines your airfoil.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you
Okay.
just don't want to do too much because you could break the paper when you fold it over if
Yep.
you do that.
Yep, exactly. So actually, that came out pretty well. So test fit everything. Looks good. At this point, too, before you do anything, you got your 50% score cut here for your aileron. Let's go ahead and put a bevel cut. You know what? I will do the bevel cutter again. Still available at rcpartsinker.com. He's gonna be like, I hate you. So
Yeah, he'll be crying all the way.
yeah, crying all the way to the bank.
Did you see my note in chat, Eddie?
So there you
Yes,
go. Another perfectly cut bevel. I mean, for what it actually is a really great tool. Excuse me, I have to stand up.
What I like about it is that it helps produce a uniform cut.
Yes, yeah, it's very, very uniform. So, and it's, I mean, literally a perfect 45-degree bevel. You can see.
One thing I've always wondered is when you're doing it for like ailerons or rudders and whatnot, why do you cut the bevel on one side, not both? And if it's on one side, why is it the plain side? Or does it matter?
You could do both sides. You're never gonna have your throws being that extreme. Okay. Um,
That makes sense.
I got a wing right here. Hey Eddie, kick it out to the other camera for me, would you? Okay.
There you go.
I'm playing Stardust in the background.
Yeah, I heard it too. So, this is the vector. As you can see, I've got the bevel cut. This one's actually bevel cut on the wing side. The reason behind not needing a double bevel is I only have what you would be pretty close to calling 45 degrees.
Okay.
Not exactly 45 degrees, but pretty close. If I go like this and I hit 45 degrees, all right, on that, that's a pretty good picture there, all right, of my ailerons. You're going to be doing a long axle, your longitudinal axle roll so fast with just that much deflection that you'll never need. The only time you see that, and I'm not going to pull it down, is your 3D planes. Those guys, and Mike flies 3D, so he can speak to this perfectly. Yep. Your 3D planes, because they're the ones that are needing a ton of control throws and a lot more authority. That's why their flaps usually do have some sort of double bevel or at least a rounded edge.
And they do it at slower speeds, so they need to be more exaggerated.
Okay. Exactly. Correct.
Yeah, and the control surfaces are actually larger as well.
Yep. And that is just because they're having to get so much deflection out of it because they're moving at slower speeds, so they have to be able to do more aerobatics with less airflow. So they're having to really throw that deflection. Like I've got a suit. I've got a Sukhoi 29.
You guys wait like 2 minutes, and I'll go get a wing, and I can show you.
Yeah, if you could, I'll just keep kind of trucking along with this.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, if not, I could grab one of my 3D planes if you needed it.
Mine is hanging on the ceiling, and it's a real pain in the butt to get down. So.
Well, I've got one sitting upstairs.
The other thing is, you asked is why do we go off of, and again, I'll pull down this vector. Why do we go off of the plane side or the wing side versus the aileron?
Right.
It's simply because you have more meat here. Does that make sense?
Oh, you can afford to lose it.
Yeah, you can afford to lose it here. You get something like a mini UMX. If they were to put that bevel in on the aileron side or the elevator side, it gets to be real thin. Okay, an FT Flyer. If you put the bevel on the rudder itself, how much material you actually left? It's an inch on one side and like half an inch on the other.
That makes sense.
So you have that less material to be able to use as a control surface. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Makes a lot of sense. You said he's getting a swing?
Yeah. Low elevation RC. Oh, hello, sir. I prefer using the crush method for wings. I use needle nose pliers as a tool. That's actually a really good one. You know what? I will try that for the other side.
If you try it for the other side, will each wing fold differently, though?
No, it shouldn't, because you're still not. You're only folding over, as much as your spar will allow.
Okay, so the spar is the limiting factor.
Spar is the limiting factor, so I will try that. Low elevation RC. What do you guys do over there? Or is that just your personal company? I'm always curious as to who's out there listening. So, all right, Eddie, you can kick it back to the overhead.
You might be getting his wing.
No, that was Mike.
No, that was Mike.
So I know they're really confusing.
I know, they sound the same.
Eddie's about, I don't know, 6 foot tall, nice goatee, really nice guy. Mike is an Irish fairy. He's only about 3 foot tall. No, he's the Irish fairy.
Okay.
Oh man, I'm telling you, Ben, it's leprechaun, not fairy.
Leprechaun. Love it.
Yeah, when we get out
We'll have words after this.
Yeah. Which, in case you guys don't know, I'm going to Flight Fest, and Tim here is actually going to be joining me for his first one this year.
Awesome.
So yeah, Mike's already threatened to. Actually, we met up. That wasn't last week? It was the week before, right, Mike?
2 weeks ago, yeah.
Yeah, like 2 weeks ago. He flies all over the country for his job, and he was up at Bolingbrook. So we went up there and had dinner and everything else. I walked up. I'm like, "You little Irish fairies! I'll kick your big German ass."
Big German bratwurst eating ass.
Yeah. Hey, try to keep it somewhat PG-13.
Oops.
I don't need the community cast reputation coming over on me, okay?
Oh yeah, right. So anyway, if you want, just for a second, I will turn on this camera and let you guys take a quick look. You can see this is a 59-inch AJ slick wing.
Yep.
See the size of the control surface as compared to the wing itself. And then you get it on the edge, and look how much deflection this thing's got.
Whoa.
I mean, you see how much?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
You know, and that's in both directions. Yeah, that's probably a really good angle there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's real good.
I bet you that's
but you can see just
5 degrees.
You know, and that's all the way to the edge. That's as far as my servo will take it. But I mean, just to give you an idea, I mean, look at the size. This is the inside of the wing cord, and then this is, you know, you look at that, and I'm using probably 40% of that wing. And it goes all the way out to the end. You can see, I mean, I just got that much.
Yeah.
And then everything else is all control surface.
Yep.
And it's the same. It's the same with the.
Pretty standard, and I think this goes for full scale too, Mike. Like an S-Bach, usually for 3D planes, like those guys, you know, the aerial pylon guys and everything else, and the guys that are having competition with full scales. Usually their control surface is about a third of the entire wing root cord.
Wow, a whole third.
A third of it. Sometimes I've seen a couple that are half, but those are really low load guys. You know what I mean? They're not really going too crazy because their stuff would snap. But usually it's about a third of the whole wing surface.
Yeah, it's usually a third. Yeah.
So
and this is probably 40%. So.
All right, Eddie, back to the overhead.
All right. Yep. Take me off here.
Yeah. Thank you, Mike. That was a very good demonstration.
You're welcome.
So anyway, so we're gonna glue, and I know again, here. You know what? I'm gonna see if I can adjust this because of the size of this plane. So bear with me for 1 second. It might. Hey, this is all hill jack, like screwed in. I get 2 screws on each side.
Well, there we go. That actually looks really good. Is that gonna stay?
Yeah. Hey, it may be hill jack, all right, but it works. He's making fun of me.
He's making up words.
You're big enough to take care of yourself.
Low elevation is just my Google account. I'm not a company. I built a few FT planes as well as fly pretty much anything from gas, electric planes, and ultra. Oh, very cool, dude. Very cool. So,
so what's your real name, Low Elevation, or do you want to share it?
It's Jimmy Hoffa. You can't just.
Well, some people don't like to do that, you know.
Jimmy Hoffa is.
Isn't he that guy who stole a bunch of money and then jumped out of a plane or something?
No.
Ben's dying in the corner over here.
God! What was DB's name? I can't remember. DB Cooper.
DB Cooper.
That was DB Cooper that jumped out of the plane.
Yeah, that was DB Cooper.
No, Jimmy
They never
Hoffa,
found
the
him
Union
or the
guy
money.
that suddenly disappeared and no one had been able to find him.
That happened to DB Cooper too.
Oh, good Lord. Anyway, so we're going to glue.
Hey, Ben.
Yes, sir.
Just a quick FYI. I've got to make a quick work call, so I'm going to let Wendy drive the camera.
Oh, God.
Oh, we're in trouble
Folks,
now.
If we go totally off-road on this and the cast ends, my apologies.
No, they can't see you, but they can hear you just fine right now.
Mike, his
Hold
name
on.
is James Stewart, former
I
name
see that.
lowly elevated.
We
Yeah,
have.
I'm gonna call him Jimmy
on the
Stewart.
line.
You know, listen, first off, if you don't like that nickname, I'm sorry, but yes, you're right, Jimmy Stewart.
That's right.
Now,
I don't know why you wouldn't like that. That guy was one heck of an actor.
The one.
Which Jimmy Stewart?
You know, the famous one.
The famous one? No, there's two, right?
The more
Yes, there is.
The more famous one? Depends on which part of the country you're in.
Okay, the talk show, Jimmy Stewart.
Oh, my God, I wasn't even getting at that.
No, well then there's three.
Oh,
Ain't that right, Ben?
Yeah, all right. Anyway, so we're going to go back to this. So we're going to glue this double bevel. Then we're going to throw a bead of glue down over this spar.
Do you put it
Well,
in
we
the
hope we don't
wall?
upset you,
In here?
James.
You can. Most flight test designs call for that, but when I watched their build video, they didn't do it. So we're just going to fold that over just like that. And we're going to hold pressure until that starts to dry.
So
So
is this the part where I can like throw things at you and you can't do anything because you're holding the plane down,
Right.
I have legs.
but they're short?
Just stay out of the leg's
I'm
way.
very,
You're all
very
right.
tall. I'm very tall. Thank you, jerk.
Mhm.
Oh,
Oh, you wait till you get to Flight Fest.
I
You're in
know.
trouble, bud.
Hey,
So
I
much
don't know
trouble.
when you popped in on the podcast or the video cast or the video blog or whatever we're calling this thing. Did you see? Everybody does call him Jimmy Stewart.
Yeah.
Anyway, Mike, did you see how big this plane is?
No, I did not.
It's
Wendy,
enormous.
do you think you could switch it to the other camera?
Here, I'll try it.
Hold, please.
Oh,
please.
wait.
Oh,
Hey,
doesn't she just sound so nice and professional?
absolutely epitome of customer service.
Definitely not.
There you go.
It happens.
What?
Thank you.
Hear my really unnice voice.
That's
I've heard.
Mike. That's the size of this thing.
Oh, wow. That's a nice size, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 3 foot from nose tip to the back tail tip.
Yeah, that's nice.
And,
Nice job showing
29 to 30 inches. Oh, you see? I told you, Vanna White.
Vanna White right there. There you go. I want to buy a vowel.
It's in. Hey.
There you go.
Actually, I was thinking of a consonant and a vowel called FU.
Careful now. You said PG-13 now.
I said FU. All right.
Full umbrella.
All right. So.
Okay, back to the other camera now.
All right. Thank you very much, kiddo. My lovely
Thanks for holding
assistant
that up there,
daughter.
Tim.
Hey, inside. Thank you.
Tell your daughter we said hi. Hi.
Am I back to the correct camera?
Yes.
The overhead one. Yep, you are perfect.
You're good.
Wendy, you're always perfect. We always knew that.
So did I.
That's right. Now don't fill her head too full now.
Yeah, no kidding.
Is this one?
Yep. That's the other
It'll
one.
last
you.
until flight test.
You know we love you, Wendy.
I know. I miss you guys.
Miss you guys too.
I'm gonna cry.
Don't
Well,
cry.
you know what? You could have seen me if you guys weren't such a jerk when you came up to my neck of the woods.
If only you knew how bad that was.
Yeah, I know. Eddie was telling me a little bit about it. So, I don't know why I'm going to put that thing on the back table.
So how's Alex doing?
I don't know. Alex, Q&A, you let us know. So, I already got the bevel cut on this one. It actually does work out that being a little higher, doesn't it?
Right, and they just lift up for a close-up.
Lift? Okay. I'm actually going to try his using needle nose pliers to crush it. I mean, actually, you know what? It actually it feels a little bit better. It's a little bit heavier.
Mhm.
So I did notice last night too, though, when it comes down to where it gets really thin right here, if you actually go pull towards it,
Sloppy will fly. That's all good.
yeah. And Mr. Jimmy Stewart, that is actually a great little tip using the needle nose pliers, man. That worked out really nice. It's a lot more uniform
Yeah, definitely.
than this. So very nice tip. Thank you very much, sir. Wow, actually that works a lot better. All right, so this is my idea. You use a needle nose pliers.
It's Ben original.
Yes, it's a Ben original. So very good tip, man. Very good tip. See, and that's the thing I love about the community is I never do it because I don't really use a crush method. I never would have thought of needle nose pliers, but the way they're designed, it's actually perfect. It gets the crush while making it smooth. So
Yeah, that actually looked really good.
yep. So now, same thing on this one. Whoop, flip that over. Get out of there, you stupid wing motor template. And again, I tend to go on my own order. So if you guys were following around on with the Mesa RC, they went from the bottom plate, they built the fuselage and went that. I like to get the whole wing assembly done. That's my style. Because then you're not messing with it while it's sitting on something else. So get the Z-tape.
Oh, the contest.
The contest. We're going to wait for Eddie to get back.
Yeah, let me go take a look at Facebook and see if anybody saw this yet. Well, no
Yep.
likes yet.
And again, Jimmy, that was a great, great tip, man. Thank you very much for sharing. So, got that half of the wing taped. Gonna line it up. And taper down. Don't worry about if you have excess on the sides because we can always trim it off. And a little piece right there ain't gonna hurt it. So we'll flip it. And just basically repeating what we did earlier. First we're gonna do a little dry run. Ooh, that. See? Stuff like this is going to crop up sometimes, guys. So I went to fold it. As you can see, the fold wasn't holding. Couldn't figure out at first. All it was just tape let go. So, go back with another piece. Ain't no thing but a chicken wing. Quick, easy fix. Now when we fold it over, there we go. That nice, smooth bevel. See, actually you're right. Give it just a little bit more definition with that. That's all right.
Trim it out.
Trim it out. Yep. Tim had a very good point, and I chose not to listen to him. And he was right on. And I'm not going to hear the end of it for a very long time.
Not ever.
Not ever.
In fact, it may be his epitaph.
Thank you.
Good thing this is being recorded.
Yeah. My eulogy at my death ceremony, or at my funeral. So, and I
Death
forgot
ceremony, funeral, same thing.
And it's death ceremony, funeral, whatever. I forgot to mark it over here, so I'm going to do this real quick. So, like most control surfaces, it is 2 inches. I had a pencil out here. Okay, hold on. Stand by. Got a pencil. So we're going to go 2 inches. And we're going to measure 2 inches over here. And guys, this is where scratch building a lot will help you because
Isn't it on the other side? Oh, because you fold it over. Okay.
listen, Padawan, do not question the Jedi Master.
Sure thing, and those crush things won't make a difference.
Touche. So, this, when you start scratch building a lot, it makes it, this kind of stuff, in the old days when I first started, would have really flustered me because it's, oh my God, I forgot this, I got to start all over. I mean, I didn't cut that on the plans. Where's the plans? It's the wrong size. What am I gonna do now? Ain't that big a deal. And it's just confidence in your building abilities. And I'm not even that great a builder, or at least I don't think I am. You get guys like Spawns, Dale, which is oh crud, what is his name, Mike? His forum name. Well,
Dale.
wind install, yes, but
Dale, Dale.
no, Dale Earnhardt, no.
Are you talking about Coop?
No, Fiend. What's
Oh, Local Fiend.
Local
Oh.
Fiend? Thank you.
Oh
Local
my,
Fiend.
yeah. Him and
That
Spawns
guy-
are like unbelievable.
Yeah, Local Fiend. His designs are great. He designed a total PBY Catalina. You know what that is, right?
This sounds like
The water boat,
and
or the
Nerd Neck too.
Yeah, the two nacelles, the motor nacelles are above the fuselage, above the wing even.
oh, okay.
It's meant to land on water. It's an amphibious boat. That guy is what I consider a master. Spawns, Joshua Orchard. Those guys are.
Orchard's on a whole nother level, guys.
Oh yeah. You see, even I make mistakes. Yeah, whatever. So see, even I make mistakes sometimes. Got a little too deep right here. Got a little hole.
Oh, look at the hole.
Look at the hole. All it takes, a little piece of tape. If you really are that worried about it, normally I don't even, little ones like this, don't even worry about. But, so anyway, so you got it. I'll fold that over. Okay, so we're good. We're going to throw a layer of bead glue down on the double bevel. On the spar. And on this former back here. Again, we're going to fold over, hold flush, allow that to dry for about 60 seconds. So, any other questions out there? Alex, how you doing, buddy? You doing all right? Do you have any questions, Tim?
Not yet. I'm curious to see how these holes line up and what they're for. Like, I'm imagining it's for pods and that kind of thing, for the wings or.
Not for the
Not
wings.
the
It's
wings,
for
but
the belly pan, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yep, that'll be for the belly pan. So.
The little hot glue stringy things will be the end of me, Alex.
Yeah, they're usually.
Or bees or fish.
Yeah. You know what I found I had to do is if you just take, when you cut down, if you start to pull it, it's just going to string out. Is if you whip it around about 3-4 times, it tends to get rid of those. Because I hate
just
them.
let it cool off and then they break really easily.
I hate. Well, he's talking. I know what he's talking about is when he's pulling the gun away after laying down a bead. I hate them.
Now, do you think that this? I know that these traditionally wings and and like the arrows are really good for FPV. But what about these jets? I'd imagine they can't use much. You don't want them nose heavy.
No. But with these jets, though, anytime you have a pusher plane, it's always going to inherently be more tail heavy. So you have to counteract that by having some nose weight.
Oh, that's a really good
Yep.
point.
So some of the planes, it's actually going to be, I'm going to use a big word here, advantageous.
Ooh.
Ooh.
It's actually going to be in your advantage to do it. Now, see, I didn't get that. It's not perfect. Tisk, story of my life. So, we'll fix that later. And it's probably just due to a warping of the, in that, yeah. What I was showing Tim is, as you can see, they're a little off. It's also foam board that I've had all winter long, so it's warped just a little bit. But nice thing about it is we'll make it work. So, what's the matter, Tim? Having problems? All right.
Usually they hit me when they're flying.
Yeah, it's true. So that's it, guys. That's the top and base plate for now. I'm going to set this off to the side.
Agreed, James.
These jigs are great for FPV. They tend to be not too bad.
Yes, very, very true. The fuselage, the one I told you I hated. Yeah, that guy. So, and Jimmy or James, this really great. I like this. I'm gonna use this from now on. If like when my daughter's doing this, building planes, I'm gonna have her do the crush method. Good Lord, I can't speak now all of a sudden.
Having trouble.
Yep. Go like that. Go like that. And then,
gigantic power pod.
yeah, actually it is pretty much. So, and it's gonna go almost to a 90.
So wait, they're doing that without a channel.
They're doing it without it. That's the whole point for the crush,
Huh.
is to actually crush it enough that you'll be able
Full
to
90 out of it.
full 90 without it. That's their build style, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just not my build style. You know? So, and like with anything, we don't want to wait till we've got glue on this stuff to form it up. So,
Do you use like a square or a triangle to get the 90s?
yeah, usually I do. In fact, I got this at Menards, which is kind of like a Lowe's or Home Depot, and it was like $4, and allow you to get it. Nice thing is with this one though, where the tabs are, once we get it on there, you'll see the tab will pull it right where it needs to be. So anyway, so there is the belly pan. Okay. And then you see those two pieces right there?
Alex is asking about the sidewalls. Are they above or beside?
You don't actually do either. You just fold it.
Yeah, when it crushes, it automatically goes where it's going.
Yep. So when you crush it like this, bud, right? You go to fold it. Just fold it. Don't. I see. I already had it folded enough. I could do that. Don't go with what's the smaller piece, the less meat piece. Take your whole base plate, fold that up. You got a lot more leverage, a lot more surface area I can press against without, putting a bend or something in this.
That's a really good point.
So, okay.
And if you wanted, you could actually take your ruler and put on that, so you've got a good grip on that smaller piece.
Yep.
And lay it on the table and then
Yep,
fold up the whole.
I could show that method too. So you
Yep.
put it like this. You don't want to put it right up to the edge.
Nope.
A little back. Hold that, and then that way I know that piece on the bottom isn't going to move.
And it'll stay flat.
It'll stay flat, and I can move that up.
Yep.
So, very good point, Mike. So we need to do the same thing. They call it fusing, but it's the same thing. You're going to take this piece here was one for each side, and we're going to put it together with at the end here. So, piece of tape. Again, only go with half. Line it up. Put it down. I apologize for my phone. If it gets too annoying, I'll mute it.
Silence.
Silent.
Silence.
I kill you. All right, and personally, I don't think it matters which side you tape, because after I get done squeegeeing out the glue, I'm going to lay down another piece of tape anyway. So we'll flip it over. Again, you've got the two cavities. Put a bead of hot glue in there and lay it flat and squeegee it out the excess. Just like that. We'll hold that for about 20 seconds or so. Just give it enough time to start to. If you're multi-talented, while holding it, you can actually get yourself your piece of tape ready.
Oh, now you're just showing off.
I know. I try not to, but hey, it just happens. I'm being me, Mike. I'm just being me.
That's right, baby. That's all you can do.
So, and granted, this isn't 100% dry yet on the inside, but that tape will hold it there. And I guarantee you, that joint will not fail. You'll rip somewhere else along that line before you rip at that glue joint.
Unless you're me.
Unless you're Mike. Is Eddie back yet, Wendy, or is it still Wendy?
It's still me.
I mean, Wendy, I am more than happy to allow you to run it the rest of the night. You sound better and you look better.
Yeah, you're much prettier than Eddie is.
Uh-huh.
That's okay, because I might start sawing logs over here.
Uh-oh, she's getting bored.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
Nah, I've just been up since the butt crack of dawn.
Know that feeling.
You know, it's funny. I think I've been up since the ass end of dawn, so. All right. Tape that last piece. And again, you don't have to do both sides. I like it. I think it makes for a stronger joint. So, there you go. So that is your belly pan. Okay. Now, set that to the side for now. Difference of opinion. And we're going to leave it at that. I believe, and again, if anybody from Mesa RC is watching this, especially the young lady that actually did this design, I apologize, but I believe that they overcomplicated this part. Each one of these lines is meant to be a score cut / crush point, so they could fold it up and have it meet together. I think it's overly complicated. I think if we just do this, which is what we're going to try, and if this doesn't work and I get proven wrong, hey, more power to everyone watching me fail. But certain methods I've learned with other planes that we have at flight test, we're going to try this. We're actually going to peel that paper from the inside.
That way you can mold it and have it a rounder.
Yep.
Or have a better radius. It'll just be a smoother radius instead of a step.
Yep, exactly. And again, my opinion.
And she may incorporate it. You never know.
Well, I talked to the teacher, and he said she's actually moved on to high school, so I don't even know if she's doing this stuff anymore. So.
Well, we can hope.
Oh yeah, there's always hope. if you're going to design something like this, I imagine you're probably still going to be part of the community.
I would hope so.
So we'll do our crush points. Now, we still have to do a crush point here. Reason for that is as I start to bring this up. Here, I'll use the ruler method.
There you go.
Thank you, Vanna.
No problem.
So, as we bring this up, okay. And I have always found when you do, if you're doing a crush, if you go beyond 90, about 110 degrees, it'll help you when it is time to go to 90 just to form it. Now, the other part of this that I felt was overly complicated, and again, my opinion, other than weight, is there difference between 9, 5, and 3 grams servos? I want to have more. Yes. The heavier the gram servo, the bigger the motor / pots that are in it. So that means more torque. So a 5 gram, and it's all about pulling power, which is your torque. So a 9 gram is going to have almost twice as much as a 5 gram. That's why you use 5 grams on really lightweight projects like mini arrows, FT22s, mini 22s, that kind of stuff. So now see, this is mine, right? And I showed you guys on the other one. Now, I haven't started forming this yet. So here, let's do that. So best thing I have found for forming is just your fingers.
Or your thumb.
So that way you get a nice curl out of it. You can sit down if you want, man. My back's just killing me, so.
No, that's good.
I'll adjust this camera real quick so that way you can get both games. Unless I can just strip. Yes, very good point, James.
Yeah, very true.
Plus, the servo horns on the smaller stuff is meant for smaller diameter wire because they're not expecting you to pull a lot of weight with it. Alright, there we go. Now we got a good curl, right? So, and see, again, wow, and the way they do this is interesting. We'll just leave it at that. I do understand why they got the bevels, though. But I don't think you need it through the whole thing. So, if you followed along with Mesa RC, they have you put a bevel over all this area. But from what I've just seen, we're just going to bevel here. Come on. Forgive me if I get this out of camera, but I'm trying to do this on a
little tricky for sure.
Little squirrely piece. Okay. Foam flying everywhere. See, and I tend to think.
They're saying they're thinking the F-22 type nose would be better.
And that's exactly what I said earlier, isn't it? I mean,
what
verbatim. That's exactly what I said. I agree with you, Mr. James. I think an F-22 is a lot easier. Now, what they said, and I quote, was, if a bunch of 7th graders can do it, why can't you guys?
Because we're old and feeble.
Well, my thing is okay. So even if I go right now and I put a bevel on the rest of this, which I'll do for poops and giggles, okay. This is so difficult when you're trying to do it. I know I apologize for not doing this on camera. And again, this just goes back to confidence. I build a lot of planes when I'm at work because it's either that or sit around and stare into the oblivion. Okay, so they called for that. Bevel's all there, right? And even with that bevel, look at the huge gap you've got. And I don't care how you try to tell me that that is supposed to be better. I'll argue with you as the day is long.
Yeah.
You know? So, we'll get it to work though. The only thing is, where's that motor mount, Tim? There it is. Okay. So, Mesa RC, and I call it proprietary for lack of a better way to put it. This is their motor mount. Okay. Obviously, I built it out of styrofoam just as a template for sizing, but theirs is out of basswood. Innovative, yes. I can make do with this, but a standard firewall, a little bit of overhang, but will fit over the holes. The reason that I build this though is when you go to glue this, okay, I'm going to show you here in a second. When you go to glue this, you actually need this in order to
Keep the spacing. Yeah.
keep the spacing and the angle right. So I'll show you. So these are your 4 tabs, or your 4 slots, 4 tabs, right? Easy peasy lemon squeezy. First off, make sure that they're sized correctly. Like mine are obviously off just a little bit. Like my grandfather always said, when you were cutting pieces of wood, don't go off of your last piece of wood. Always make sure you use the correct measurements, because if not, you end up with something that's just a little bigger each time.
Measure twice, cut once.
Yep. So, all right. So those tabs are good. Pull those back out real quick. Measure these tabs. Well, if you got to take off, get home, and by all means take off.
Oh, no worries.
Tim lives about an hour away from here, so. All right. Whoops. Yeah. Hey, if I put that in the right slot. You know, the last time I put something in the wrong slot, I got in a lot of trouble. And I'm talking about my plane was really screwed up. What have you dirty birds got on your mind?
I have no idea.
Yeah. So anyway, so you get those 4 tabs in there. Now we use this piece again to verify. Normally you would glue this in, but seeing as how I am not.
Have you ever seen the movie Tremors?
Yes.
Doesn't that look like one of the things from Tremors?
You know what? He's right. You remember the movie Tremors, Mike?
Yep, I see it.
Here, if you want, I'll get some wires and throw it out there. Look like the little snake things.
Graboids.
Graboids. So that's meant to keep the spacing correct. So we got it pretty good here. So much for PG-13. Hey, I didn't say it. What you dirty people thought on your own is your faults. All right. You know what? I don't know. Now my back started hurt for standing too long. I don't know how many people we got. Wendy, does it tell you? It should tell you somewhere how many people we have.
Looks like 4 viewers now.
Yay, 4. Woo, we're rocking it out.
Well, why does it keep moving? Because now it shows 2 viewers.
Who knows?
People going in and out.
Yeah.
Right.
And I hate to do it, but I'm going to have to go pretty quick.
Okay. Well, then I'll do this because it seems like it's Bees or Fish, Jimmy Stewart, and Alex. So here's the contest. To get a set courtesy of RCHangerParts.com of the foam cutting tools. I have one extra set he sent me just for this contest. You have to give me the name of the teacher for the STEM program for Mesa RC. They can't handle the excitement. You have to give me the name of the teacher and the name of the young lady, her first name, who originally designed this plane. You give me the first person I see to pop up in the Q&A with the correct answer, I will contact you after. And yes, it's Jake Marshall. All right, you gave that away. But what's the name of the young lady? I have to see both names in the same answer. If you tell me both of those, and I'll give you a set of foam cutters. So, while they're hunting,
While they're Googling that,
I'm going to keep...
I believe Alex got it.
That is incorrect.
Nope, wrong.
Oh.
I believe Emma is the name of the young lady that just built the Eclipse.
I think that's pretty darn close.
There's another one up there.
Yeah, but
Yeah, put it together, Beezer. I mean, we're talking $15 whole in prizes, okay? I have to get pretty specific here.
That's difficult.
You have to type both names in the same box, guys.
I know, I'm nitpicking.
Oh, I believe Alex may have it this time.
Yeah. You know what? Oh, look at that. Beezer came up with the whole answer.
Oh.
How about this? Since you two seem to be the only ones watching, you guys both give me names. I'll order another set and I'll send it to one to each of you guys. How about that? So, congratulations, guys. Good job. So, we're just holding this fuselage in. Yeah, I'm gonna laugh if Beezer is actually Jake Marshall and he knew the name.
Well, good job to both of you guys.
All right. Yep. I'll like I said, after this is over, I'll give you guys my email, and you guys can just send me an email with your addresses and stuff, and I'll get you a set each. I've got one set here, and I'll order another one from RCHangerParts.com for all your 3D printed parts. So we're just laying a bead on each side of the fuselage. That's just going to help with integrity, or your integrity, your strength. I tend to overglue some stuff if I think it's going to fail. So I have put another one in here.
Where was that confidence you were talking about?
Hey, it's confidence, but it's also knowing that that's a failure point. Sorry, Jimmy. Them two are fighting it out pretty good, so.
Okay, guys. Well, I hate to do it, but I'm going to run.
All right, Mike, have a great night.
Yeah, you too, guys, and good job on this so far. I may check in on you here in a little bit, just on the regular, just the regular chat. and see how it goes. But thanks everybody for watching, and I'm sorry I have to bow out, but because I haven't been home much, I really need to spend a little bit of time with the little lady, so I kind of need to do that.
Nope, not a problem. You have a great night, sir.
So, you guys have a great night. Hey, Tim, nice meeting you.
Nice to meet you too.
Yeah, absolutely. Can't wait to meet you at Flight Fest, and anybody else that's coming. Whether it's Alex, Jimmy, Beezerfish, any of you, and of course Wendy and Eddie, and I'll see you guys up there. So.
Absolutely. I speak for both of us. I'm so excited.
Yeah, me too. I can't wait to get there. So, you guys have a good one, and we'll talk to you later.
All right. Good night, Irish Fairy.
All right. Yeah. Thanks, you big German. Yeah.
Yeah.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. So we got our fuselage done. All right. And I will tell you guys, especially now that he's gone, you could not ask for a better friend than Mike. He is an outstanding guy. Absolutely outstanding guy. Right, Wendy?
Most definitely.
So, all right. So, actually getting drawn to a close. Don't have very much left. So we got main fuselage glued to your belly pan. We're going to try to go after this tri-headed monster. All right. I think I got an idea. It's not going to be pretty, but we're going to make it work. So if I take a piece of glue,
Isn't that tape?
piece of tape, shut up, piece of tape, lay it down in here on that piece, and then gently, oh so gently, bring that piece down. See, like I said, three-headed monster right here. All right.
Tape. That's not bad. The tape kind of has to crease, but that's okay.
Yeah. Flip that around, make it a little easier on ourselves to see. And this is only my solution. You guys can do whatever you feel you got to do. But because then it leaves that nasty little hole there. And this is their design. I mean, this is everything. So I give them credit because they made it look good. Mine looks like crap. So, but I know we need to keep that length of the nose, or else I would just cut it off because it's how the top piece of the nose fits on there. So
Yeah, you cover it with tape. It'll have a plane.
yeah, we'll just gonna make something bad, make it good and bad, right? Holy crap, does this look like crap? Guys, my apologies. My other one didn't even turn out this bad. So, yeah. So, as you can see, for the most part, that is that. So, we'll set that to the side for right this second. Oh, I knew I forgot to do something earlier. The nose piece, yep. Okay. And so, this is the same principle. They've got the 4 score lines here. Make the hole into that. You know that ain't a bad idea.
Yeah, we meant to do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Where were you at?
Seriously. Or an FPV hole.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on. Good job, though. So the crush points, I had done this earlier. I was showing Tim. So I just used the Sharpie, but obviously you could use that needle nose pliers again. So you just kind of want to fold that up and form it. Right? So, and then that literally will just sit. Oh, one thing I did forget here. You guys got to be really used to bevel cuts because they happen a lot. You're going to bevel cut this whole edge.
Nicely done, sir.
Yeah, that's just.
You should do a show or something.
Yeah, maybe I should do a show on how to build planes, even if there are poorly made planes because the guy doesn't know what he's doing. Not the plane itself is actually a decent plane, but yeah, whatever. Okay, so we got a bevel cut all the way around. Test fit that into. My apologies, that's my fire pager.
Epic fire was requested.
Sorry. I'm a firefighter paramedic, in case you guys didn't know that ahead of time. So, got our piece. So we're going to get that in here, make sure we're all good. Kind of test fitting it out some. This goes back to what I said earlier about not liking this part.
How are you going to glue that?
Yeah, it's just going to be interesting. I think I'm going to have to put a fold point right here. So I just put a fold point here in order to get this to sit better. Which actually seems like it helps a little bit. But you know what? Nothing that copious amounts of glue being applied won't fix, right?
Amen, brother.
All right. And we're going to get... Yo! Now, hot glue, if you rub it really quick, it'll come off and won't burn as long, but it's still going to burn some. Good Lord. Inherent nature of the beast and what we do. That would be an ambulance you heard going by. So, just get it to sit on there till the glue dries. See, I'm still trying to get glue off my fingers. One thing I know that they did do was they put a bead of glue here and then taped it. So,
To form it a little?
yeah, to help form it. So this one's sticking fairly well. We're going to do that real quick.
I have to step away. I will be right back.
Yes, ma'am. So we'll do one side at a time. Let me do this real quick. Okay? So I know they did just a short little piece of masking tape, but all I got right here in front of me is the packing tape. So we'll fit it and then cut it. Yeah, I know. Don't do that. No F-bombs. You're doing better than me. Thanks. All right. You trust me. I wanted to. Bear with me 1 second, guys. My 9-year-old's going to bed. So bear with me 1 second. Come here, because you're not on camera. Don't worry. Good night. Love you too. Night night, baby. Sorry about that, guys. I apologize. So, all right. So we got the one side taped. Get this other side glued and then taped. Guess what I did again?
Glued yourself?
Glued myself again. Damn it.
Yeah, you don't need that layer of skin.
Who needs an epidermis?
As we found out today, it's the largest organ on the human body.
Well, as you found out today.
No, I knew about it.
No. You know what? She almost had you, though. My daughter challenged my buddy Tim here to know what's the largest organ of the human body, and she said small intestine. I'm really proud of her.
I'm back.
Okay, thank you. Her mom is studying, or actually graduating, as a nurse here next week, and I'm a paramedic, so I'm damn proud of that kid for knowing that.
That's really good.
All right, so nose piece, and again, they have this. They do all this part when it's already on the plane. I think doing it here now makes it a lot easier. You don't have a bunch of stuff in your way. Okay, so only a few more steps, guys, and then we're done. So let me grab that base piece or the wing.
Don't take Vanna's job.
Oh, don't take Vanna's job. Okay. Well, Vanna screwed up. I need the bottom. So you actually got to flip this upside down. And all your tabs. So starting with this one. Okay. Got a test fit. Oh, and another, that they've showed it on flight test.
Oh, crush the corners.
Crush the tabs. Makes it a lot easier to get it in. So we're going to test fit up here, which that's good. And then we're going to test fit the back one, which, yep. Those tabs are just a little too big, so we're gonna adjust. Test it again. And you guys all know, if you've built any number of planes, this stuff is really, really forgiving. You just gotta get in there, that's all. Where's my, there it is. Make another minor adjustment here. So you guys anybody else got any questions or anything while we're doing this? And I really appreciate you three. Even if it's only the three of us, I don't care. I'm having fun. Tim?
I'm having a good time.
Wendy's being Wendy, and she's always having a good time because she's awesome.
Absolutely.
So, we don't
I'm
even need
watching
to ask.
fireworks too.
I'm watching fireworks.
It's
Are you
called
so
multitasking, man.
Are you so cool? I got fireworks.
You could have it too if you had TV on.
That's true. So, we know these tabs fit now. We need to check the other side. Which I kind of knew this is going to be a fitting game. A fit and finish game, if you would. Just simply because I traced these out from the other parts. This one. And this one will actually adjust the hole. So again, all we're doing here is just cutting out the slots some more to make sure everything fits. That way when we go to glue this, we don't have to fight with this stuff. It's all good. So those all fit. The last four, which you got to check, and it's a lot easier actually if you put the fuselage. Okay, well here we go. Beezer has a thread been started in the forums yet where you can post what you've built during the community build night. No, we haven't. This is only the second one. The first one was a mini arrow. The second one is this MF35. If that's something you guys want to see, it's definitely something we can do. I'm just hoping we get more participation. Stewart, I have a love-hate relationship with tabs. While the planes fit together so much more precise when using them, they're absolutely a pain to cut out and line up. Yes. And that all goes back to if your stuff is all, your plans are all lined up really well. You shouldn't have a problem. I tend to have a lot of problems just because mine's not always exactly where it is. And it's not so much, what do you call it? It's the alignment. It helps with the alignment. You know what I mean? So, again, what we're doing now, and I got to do this off camera, guys, because there's not enough room, is this tab, this tab, this tab, and this tab are the four slots, excuse me, are the 4 tabs on the fuselage itself. Okay, here, here. You're going to fit those in there and dry fit them together, make sure they do, and then we're going to lay down a bead of glue. So forgive me for taking this off camera for a second, but I need to be able to see. Oh yeah, boy did I really. La-dee-dee, la-dee-da. You guys do what you. I'm just gonna go.
Do we still have Alex out there?
Yeah, Alex, you still out there, or did you give up?
How's your plane coming along?
Okay, that one's good. C. You doing all right? Or having a bit of trouble? When in doubt, make them all bigger.
He says it's so-so.
Well, thanks for sticking it out, dude. So where are you guys from? In case you didn't hear earlier, I'm from Chicagoland area. So is Tim. Well, Tim's literally in Chicago.
Literally.
Literally.
Not right now, though.
Oh, no. My house is not in Chicago. But I'm from Chicagoland area. Tim's from Chicago. Originally from California. Well, actually, both of us are originally from California.
Originally.
Original.
I'm an original Californian.
All right. Columbus. Oh. So I assume you're coming to Flight Fest then, buddy? If you're right there. All right. Peoria? Like Peoria, Illinois, Beezer? 2-3 hours south of us. All right. I smell a get-together coming on.
Yeah, for sure.
Dude. I'm in Central Florida, about an hour from Orlando. Oh, so you're down there by Fred and Joel and stuff. Yeah, Beezer, I definitely smell a get together. I hope you made it to E-Fest, man. E-Fest was a blast. I took Tim down there for his first one.
It was awesome.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
I did a lot of the FD flyer there.
Yep. All right, guys. So we got it all set up. My spots are all cut where they need to be. My apologies. So we are going to. Before we start laying down another bead of glue. Can I hold that for a second?
Got it.
Thank you. Get another hot glue stick. Oh, it's not gonna stay there. All right. So we're gonna lay down a bead.
Ben, when are you coming up to Flight Fest?
I am, well, as the subject of discussion with me and Tim, I personally, if it was me, I'd like to get there Tuesday, but it was going to more dependent on his job.
Wednesday.
Yeah. Probably leave like super early on Wednesday morning.
I think Eddie said something about us heading up Monday after work, staying at a hotel, and then being there first thing Tuesday morning.
I'm going to try to keep convincing Tim that he needs to leave early. He's going to have a horrible, horrible cough and flu that day.
Okay, so you guys have a good night. I'm changing back out.
All right, bye.
She signs out, is it?
No. She's probably giving it to Eddie.
Uh-oh.
Eddie should be back.
Eddie is back.
Hi, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
So,
What, Mike left? Oh.
yeah, Mike had to go. Yeah, that's all right, Alex. No big deal. They're actually coming up to the very end here. Oh, my God. I can't believe I did that.
Is she up and running now?
No.
I forgot to cut out stabilizers.
What did you do?
I forgot to
No, I've got it all pulled up.
maybe possibly not cut out vertical stabilizers because I'm a moron.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I forgot to cut out the vertical stabilizers.
And this one time in band camp.
This is why we have 3 loyal followers.
Hey, did we do the contest yet?
Yes, it did.
Who won?
Alex
Eddie Black
Houston,
won.
Everyone lost.
Alex Houston
Eddie
and
Black won.
because they were answering just about the same time, I'm also going to buy another set and send it to Beezerfish.
Beezer.
So, all right. So our fuselage is now glued to the bottom of the wing, guys.
Hold on, I have a lot. Oh, no wonder I can't find my mouse. There's a mouse hooked up to my computer. I'm sorry, I may have mildly intoxicated myself.
All right. So
Low elevation wants to come to Flight Fest.
Those are all off.
Where are you, Lo?
Well, because you fitted dry food, but not all 4 at the same time. It's my guys.
Yeah, I
Because
can
they're all
fix
off
it.
the same, right?
Yeah, I'm guessing that whole thing got
Shifted.
shifted there. Yeah, no big deal.
Gotta
I'll
deal
just
with
fix
this.
it. Miracles of live broadcast. Yeah. Actually,
Next time we'll feature a live lion.
speak for yourself, buddy. Start your own broadcast. Yeah, if I didn't have to go to be on shift tomorrow, I would so have some sort of alcoholic adult beverage in my hand.
Well, it wasn't on purpose. It was doing
Yeah,
my job, taking care of. You know, my boss was like, "Hey, send me the link of your podcast, and I'll join." I'm like, "No, that's okay." I'm like, "Yeah, I'll send it to you." Not.
Yeah, don't think so. Se habla español.
But you know what? She's really cool. She's actually buying her nephew a plane, and her nephew are going to start flying RC aircraft.
Oh, that's cool, dude.
What plane are they starting with?
You know what? I don't know. I sent her a picture of the Sport Cub, and I was like, "Hey, this is really a good beginner plane because it has the old crap button."
Oh, yeah.
This is PG-13, so it's the old crap button.
Have you watched PG-13 maybe lately?
Didn't have enough room earlier, now I need it.
You see all kinds of stuff, and you're worse.
Alright.
I need my badge.
You could have just used my laptop, dingle frick.
I've already got the account pulled up.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just locked out of EDI.
Fritz.
It's a technical term.
I'm all
Beezer,
about technical.
you have no idea, buddy. She just threw the bottles away, and I'm very disappointed because I'm out of bottles. We're gonna have to go to the store.
No, we're not.
Yes, we are.
Alright, cool. That side of the belly plate is now glued to the wing.
That's all wine in here.
So, Ben,
Yes,
just
sir.
because I unfortunately got pulled away, what did you not add that you were supposed to add? Because I have not looked at this build personally yet.
Nothing. I mean, we're perfectly good. It
Is
just
it the nose?
it just won't track 100% straight.
Oh, the vertical steps. Okay, never mind. I
I
understand.
forgot to cut out the vertical stabilizers.
Gotcha.
Like a moron. I was in a very big rush this morning trying to get everything done before Tim got here so we could do some flying. Because I haven't flown anything in months.
You know, I'm very jealous that you got to fly today because I really, really wanted to fly. And unfortunately, I'd actually made a commitment to a friend of mine after forgetting that we were doing the podcast tonight. And we were going to go meet at a local field and have a couple of adult beverages and fly night fly.
Oh, adult beverages.
I heard her perk up.
Yes, she did. But needless to say,
Oops. Hey, you.
that that did not happen.
Did you see what Beezer Fish said to you?
Adult beverages.
Oh yeah, it does.
Beauty calls.
You know, I got some of that good old Kentucky moonshine.
This is PG-13.
He said homebrew. I said moonshine. Just
Dude,
got to
I've
keep it
still
real.
got almost a full gallon of true
I'll be right back.
Tennessean apple pie moonshine.
And you're bringing it to Flight Fest, right? I mean, no,
yeah, I
you're
can.
not bringing it to Flight Fest. Hint, hint.
I can.
Yeah, we need.
It's been sitting there for 2 years now.
Bring it on.
Just stewing.
Bring it.
What's he bringing?
Apple pie moonshine from Tennessee.
Gatlinburg?
A gallon of real.
Real. This is back of the woods.
I heard
get caught, you go to
the
jail stuff.
butterscotch moonshine from Gatlinburg is to die for.
I love fake moonshine. Wendy doesn't do moonshine very well.
No, shocker. All right, guys. As you can see,
That was not
our
fake.
belly plate is assembled. So, last couple steps.
Oh, I see. I was wondering about that.
Yeah, that. Last couple steps, we just got to get this. See again, remember what I said about fit and finish.
Mm-hmm.
So, take this piece. Actually, we're going to do it on this half. And
I type with purpose.
I'm going to tape that down there. And then they call for just putting a bead of glue here and some glue here.
Hey Ben,
Password.
sir.
before you do that, flip that back up. Point with your finger. Take your thumb forward. No, not forward to the plane. Forward. Okay, take your plane forward to you, not forward to the plane. Right there where your fingers are. Why do you not put any glue on that area, on that flat area?
And do you hear?
Yeah, right here.
Because it doesn't sit there.
Okay, and I was just asking
There's
because I have not put the plane together.
There's a gap. See it?
Ah, okay. I just saw that that flat space.
It's all about aesthetics at this point, buddy.
Well, I got you. I just wanted to make sure. Like I said, I have not put the plane together, so that's a good thing to point out.
All right, so bead of glue. Bead of glue.
Be the glue.
Be the glue. Squeegee the glue. Now, and I know I forgot it because mine didn't print out for some reason. I do not have a canopy. I know you guys should have a canopy. Their canopy is way overly complicated, too. It literally, you have like a section. It's like 1, 2, 3 squares, 1, 2.5 squares on each side with like angle cuts, so that way it literally it's like origami. It all comes together. If you get it perfect, it looks beautiful. If not, it looks like crud. So, okay. Now take this other side. That's what I said. I forgot to cut out the vertical stabilizers because I'm a moron.
Gotcha. I thought you meant you didn't put them on.
No, like I didn't cut them out, so I'm a moron. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to get this done so you can go.
No worries.
So, this other side. Beta glue. Beta glue. Squeegee the glue. Oh, it's whispering. Why are we whispering?
Because it's a secret.
Oh, and we're gonna hold.
What are we holding?
Hold. Hold. What movie was that?
You'd be like a Blue Angel guy, be like, hold. Hold.
No, it was like a fighting movie. Oh. Okay. And guess what? Nope, it's done. All right. This piece is actually what's going to sit in here. It's actually really simple. Cut out the design. Crushing. Dramatic effect. Yes, very much so, Beezer. So, and this is the back canopy. This is how you get access to the battery, to the ESC, to plug it all in, everything else.
Hey, what's the recommended electronics for this plane?
Whatever Mesa RC says it is.
This is me
I
huffing
don't ever
at you
go.
because
I don't ever do recommended anything. You know that.
Okay, so what motor and ESC combo are you going to be using?
I am going to be using an NTM 2830 with a 30 amp Turnigy Plush.
Good lord, you're going to put a big motor on there.
It's a big. Did you not see the size of this thing?
Yeah, but hold on. While I'm doing my job and not doing my job, I'm going to steal the camera for a minute.
All right, well, hold on. Let me do this for 2 seconds.
All
Here's
right.
the canopy. It's literally a pressure fitting. You just put it in like this and slide it till it goes all the way back and then fits in there. And then when you have the canopy like you're supposed to and not like some numbskull idiot like me, see what I mean about the pressure fitting? The pressure fitting is actually
Prince is dead, man.
That's really cool.
And there it is. You can have the camera now.
Okay, hold on. I'm finishing up my job.
Well, while you're finishing. All right, guys.
He sounds like an IT guy.
He is an IT guy.
Oh, another
right.
one of me.
Oh, shit.
So I just handed off the laptop to Wendy. So I'm going to steal for just a moment. And then I'm going to steal again in a second, show off my plane. But,
Oh, God.
yeah, you know what? I get to be a part of this. So, but this, everybody said that this was a big honking motor for my power pod. An NTM 2826 for my FT Mustang.
Oh, I know. You showed me. Okay, why did you just say it was your Mustang one? I don't know. Yeah. I've got 20. Stand by.
Oh, you know, I will say that I learned something very interesting about these motors. Due to some, we'll call it coroplast testing, I drove this into the ground a couple of times, and what I found is that if these motor mount screws, the screws that actually hold the motor to the mount, get loose, they will actually stop the motor from turning, which makes absolutely no sense.
Yeah, no kidding. Hey, what KV is that? Is that like 1400?
12.
12? Okay, see, it flipped back to me, and I will show you. I'll go to the overhead. These, no, it's the overhead.
Und overhead.
Und overhead camera piece.
Oh, I saw you with the plane in your hand, so I went to that one. My bad. Oh my God, mouse, get out of my way. My apologies.
So, see, 2830, 1120.
Come down a little bit. There you go. No, not down. Nah, I'm sorry. Pan down. There we go. That is a huge motor. What size prop are you running on that?
Currently, this has got a 8.4.
Why do you all run such small props?
Well, look what it's on. Here, now go to the other camera.
No, I completely understand. It's on a Versa wing, a
Well,
tractor
they
Versa.
can't see the little screen, so pull up the big screen.
Well, actually, they can.
Yeah.
We
Ask
can.
Tim about this one.
That thing hauls.
Yeah.
Well, and I mean, and I'm not knocking it because I don't know if you saw my Versa last year. I tell you what, one thing that you can do, and I will tell everybody this: the Versa wing. Hold on, don't go anywhere with that. Bring that back. Bring it back. The winglets.
Bring it back. Bring it back.
What I've learned about those is, and I know that flying really, really fast is great, and they're perfect for that. But when you get into the slow and it gets that little butt wiggle.
Mm-hmm.
If you take and make the winglets like instead of it rolling over like yours does. So take it from the front and make it more of a straight angle up.
Yeah,
and make it like a triangle.
It helps with tracking.
It takes that whole butt wiggle out of it.
Well, really, to be honest, the only reason this is curved is aesthetics.
Right.
A straight one is actually better. It becomes literally a true winglet.
Huh.
Just a few things I learned flying.
I did not know that.
See, now you know. And knowing's half the battle. G.I. Joe!
A real American hero.
All right. Well, gents.
Hold on.
Because that was really creepy.
Are we going to show off my plane?
In a second.
Okay, well, while you're talking, I'm going to go get it.
So, those of you guys that are still on, I don't know. Alex. Hey, feedback! That's the motor mount.
Oh, the motor mount.
Yeah.
I see it now.
Mm-hmm. So, guys, my sincere apologies. I feel so inadequately unprepared. The canopy, I didn't print it out, and I've meant to. And my stupid rear end forgot vertical stabilizers. So I will cut those out probably tomorrow or on Monday, and throw that giant 2830 motor that you just saw me showing off. I'll pull that off of that Versa and then go on this bad boy. But there it is, guys. An MF-35 Thunder.
It actually looks pretty clean.
Just beat it to death.
Take my time a little bit more this time. It's not as bad. There's a few little things I still want to address, but came out pretty well, guys. Came out pretty darn well.
That's a good looking airplane, I'll tell you what.
Yep. So, yet another one, in case you guys can't see, for my collection. Here, excuse me, Tim. I mean, I got a stack there. I've got, here, travel with me, folks. Travel with me. This is my garage. So I've got planes out the wazoo over there. I've got
I'm very jealous of your garage.
planes and hexacopters and kites and more kits up there up top for planes. And then you go over there, and I got all the micros over there. And then I've got my Radiant up there and my Sukhoi 29 up there. So
Like it.
as some people tell me, I have an obsession, and you know what? I'm okay with that.
It's good to have an obsession.
It is. So show it off because we need to sign off. We've been on here for 2.5 hours.
Oh, so here is not my Corsair.
No,
Hey, I got this for $100.
I know. I still want a T-28.
I tell you what, honestly, that is probably the best flying airplane that I have. But I haven't flown the Corsair yet.
Hanger jealousy big time. Well, thank you. This is hanger jealousy right here, Beezer. He's been showing this off all day.
Yeah, I am. So here it is. Let me get up here where I can actually see what I'm doing. This is the Durafly 1200 millimeter Corsair with a 13x6 prop, retractable landing gear, steerable tail wheel. This is absolutely a beautiful plane, and I cannot wait to maiden it tomorrow, and we'll hope that it comes back in this same form and fashion.
In pristine condition.
So I told Wendy, I'm like, I have to maiden it tomorrow because if I don't, it will be not on sale anymore, and then it'll cost me a whole lot of money to buy it back.
Yeah, no kidding. Very much so.
You're back on.
All right.
We can hang off.
Yep. Corsair is fine, nice. I had the V1 Farzone, never had a Durafly. I still want one of those bigger Corsairs. That's one of my next goals. So, all right, guys. It's getting late. I've got to go on shift tomorrow. Tim's still got an hour drive to get back up to his house in Chicago. So, I want to thank you guys. Oh, I need something so tight on. Bear with me. I'm going to show you my email address so that way you can actually put it down.
Hey, Ben.
Yes.
Oh, never mind. I was going to say, if you had another computer in the room, you could put it on there. We can also put up the email addresses on the FT Community Cast webpage on Facebook.
Well, I don't want to blast out my personal email on that to everybody.
Yeah.
Not that it matters, since this is a video podcast that anybody and their brother could access.
Or if you absolutely need it, you can always email or Facebook message the Community Cast webpage, and we can get you Ben's email address.
All right. Hope you guys are ready. Is that showing up correctly? Yes.
Yes, it is. BGFireGuy92 at yahoo.com.
That is my email, or one of my emails. You guys write this down. You, Alex and Beezer. Sorry, Jimmy. Maybe in the future. But write down my email address: bgfireguy92 at yahoo.com. bgfireguy92 at yahoo.com. You guys put that on, and email me your info, and I will send out a kit. I mean, literally, one of you will get it right away. I don't know what I do with that box. Oh, there it is. Literally, I mean, I've got it ready. It's full kit, full pro kit is what it's called, minus the razor blades. So,
Which you can pick up at Lowe's
information, and one of you will get sent out right away, and the other one I'll order one and have it sent directly to your house. So, I want to thank you for joining us. I know today was a nice day. I think that's why we didn't have very many people participating.
Absolutely. I appreciate everybody coming in too. I mean, we've consistently kept many not tons and tons of viewers, and not like we did the first cast, but I mean, we've had good viewers, we've had good results, a good build. I promise, Ben, I will build something soon.
Yeah, that's the big thing. I'm trying to get other people besides me.
I have got to get. I need to go out and just buy a webcam, and I've got a table set up. Wendy doesn't like it when I take over the living room, and the kitchen is not quite big enough.
I've heard that before.
Hey, but you know what? I thought maybe we might be able to do a build night during the day. And my Wi-Fi is good enough, I could literally set up in my backyard with plenty of great light and go ahead and do the build.
Works for me. Why don't we just plan on doing that for next month?
Yeah, if as long as the weather permits, we can absolutely do that. And I mean, I won't go as crazy as what Ben just did, but I can definitely build something. I've done at least 2 or 3 planes.
So I just want to tell everybody thank you guys very much for sticking with us tonight. I know tonight was a little bit drawn out. Alex was yelling at us to let's go, and then we had to wait on him 7, 8, 20,000 times. I don't know, something like that.
He was only burned 30 times.
Yeah, and he was only burned 30 times. So just kidding, Alex.
That's what he said.
Yeah, I know. No, but the whole waiting for him forever. But thank you guys very much for sticking with us. We really appreciate it. So on behalf of myself, Tim, thank you very much for coming down. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
It's a good time, and really appreciate you guys coming out. And look forward to the one next month. It'll be about the same time next month, and we'll go from there. So be watching the FT Community Cast on Facebook.
And keep in mind what you want to see built. Go ahead and start throwing suggestions out now so we're not at the last minute trying to make a decision.
Yep, exactly. You guys.
Hovercraft.
Hovercraft. Why is everybody all of a sudden obsessed with a damn hovercraft?
You know, I'm debating on building a boat.
Sorry, my opinion.
Hey, it's a build night.
These opinions reflected here may not truly reflect the views of the Flight Test Community Cat. Whatever. Anyway.
Absolutely.
So, thank you guys very much. Appreciate it. I will send out that stuff to you guys ASAP, and I'll get a hold of Mike to get another set built. And thank you guys very much for joining us. We look forward to having it. And please tell everybody. And if everything works out, we will possibly have some great news in the future. We're working some details out, but I'll leave a little bit of a cliffhanger. So get your friends to go out.
Otter.
We'll go from there.
Put it on the page. You guys have a great night.
Thank you guys very much. Have a great one.
Have a good one.